Hey, wrestling fans. F and True Wrestling here. Brian Crazy.
JC Styles,
And here we are with our Bound for Glory results. Bound for Glory finished about
five minutes ago.
5, 10 minutes ago. And oh my God, we know who they are. We have a new World Heavyweight Champion. We have a new TNA Knockouts Division Champion. And a lot of interesting things happened. So, first match of the card, TNA Tag Team Championship.
This match was everything that I expected it was going to be. It was going to be fast paced, high flying, just like Motor City always does. Very high, very high impact. Pretty much, there was a lot of great spots in this match. I really enjoyed the outcome. Everyone knows I'm a big Motor City Machine Guns fan, and I support them. I'm glad that they were able to go out there tonight, put out a good show, and retain the straps.
I was amazed. I just have to throw this in. I was amazed how Generation Me stepped up their game. I mean, the amount of aerial assaults from Generation Me to the Motor City Machine Guns was phenomenal. There was a couple very close falls when I thought we were going to have new tag team champions. Fantastic, fantastic contest. Everything we asked for, like JC said. I don't think we could ask for more.
We had the TNA Knockouts title, the TNA Knockouts Four Corners match. You had Madison Rain, Velvet Sky, Angelina Love, and Tara. Brian, what do you have to say?
Well, Miss Tessmacher came out on Impact Thursday night and said, hey, the fun and games are over. You guys, this isn't a best friend competition. This is a wrestling competition. And, all four of you are going to go out there and face for this strap. And I think we had a very interesting end. We got to see Tara pick up the title, and Madison Rain wasn't too happy about it.
No, I actually found this match very interesting because it was something different. It was something that hasn't had a good knockouts matches over the last couple of months. They usually had very slow paced matches. This was actually pretty interesting to watch, and I actually enjoyed the outcome of someone switching, the belt changing hands, and also Mickey James is there saying, "Hey, you know what? I'm here and I'm coming for that strap, whether you like it or not."
Exactly. Mickey James cemented her place on her first actual night in TNA as a quote-unquote competitor. She cemented her place. She shows that I am no BS. I gave you a clean finish, but I'm coming for you. Enough said.
The next match was the Monsters Ball,
X Division Championship.
the X Division Championship match, which we are. I'm big fan of Jay Lethal's. I enjoyed his stuff earlier in TNA years. I like the Black Machismo gimmick. I like the thing that he's doing now, going back to the Jay Lethal era, going back to what brought him to the game, which is his high impact wrestling, his high flying, his quickness, his speed, his just all around whereabouts when he's in the ring. It's like poetry in motion.
Exactly. Jay Lethal brings the high flying. Douglas Williams brought the mat technician. Great contest. We saw a lot of mat wrestling. We saw some high flying moments. End of the day,
Jay Lethal retained.
he walks away with his title. Great contest. It was a great contest.
Then we have the Monsters Ball match.
Did we have Monsters Ball or did we have that? Nope, we had that other tag team match. We had Inc.
Yes.
go against Orlando Jordan and EY Eric Young.
This was, I believe, was just really a filler match.
This was funny. This was to bring the comic portion to the night. I mean, this was some funny stuff. I mean,
don't get me wrong. I think, but in all, I think it really was more of a filler. I think this was, I think, like 10 to 12 minutes, or maybe 6 to 10 minutes, which is that 10 minutes could have been a little bit spread out just a little bit more. Like Brian said, it was very entertaining. I enjoyed it. I am a big Eric Young fan. I am a big I'm not a big Inking fan, but I respect Shannon Moore and what he's done over the years, and I respect Jesse Neal for what he's done as a U.S. Navy SEAL. Yeah.
And I mean, what chance did Orlando Jordan have when Eric Young is quote unquote trying to teach him tough love as a father figure when he thinks he's bipolar when in fact the guy's bisexual, but whatever have you.
Yeah.
But then we went into the Monsters Ball, which I don't know about you, I was a little disappointed.
I was very disappointed. There was not really anything to this. I mean, you look back as the Monsters Ball matches over the years. You've had Sabu versus Abyss. You had Spike Dudley, Raven, Abyss. You had all these great Monsters Ball matches, and then you had tonight's for a guy who just came back from an injury, and you would think he'd be really pissed off, and it was more like
It was a squash
it
match.
was a squash match. You
I
had
mean,
all this build
RVD
up.
squashed Abyss. The barbed wire looked like the barbs weren't even there on it. I mean, there was not much bloodshed. I mean, it really was a weak Monsters Ball contest. There really wasn't too
And you
many,
know what?
except for RVD going off the rope. That was about it.
I think what they should have did was they shouldn't have had this match on the card, and they should have given the match a couple of more minutes to the Lethal Lockdown.
Exactly.
They
I
could
do
have given
agree.
them more matches. I would have loved to have seen
Wow.
Ric Flair and Mick Foley go at it one more time because they were brawling halfway through half of the Lethal Lockdown match, and we'll get to that in just a minute. But you know what? RVD Abyss, I would give it maybe a 1 star, and that's being very generous.
That is being generous. I mean, the match, it was there for them. They were booked in a great contest. They did not go out there and perform. And
You had some.
I would hate to be in the production truck right now with RVD and Abyss when the producer's talking to them, reading them the riot act for not performing out there. This is their anniversary pay-per-view, and they did not deliver. And this was the man that was supposed to hold the company. No wonder they gave the strap away. No wonder they gave the strap away.
You know, there was a couple of spots RVD hit Abyss in the gut with Janice. RVD went off the
One
top
spot
rope.
where he hit RVD in the
RVD went
gut.
off the top. No, Abyss. RVD hit Abyss.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said Abyss hit RVD.
That's what I mean to say. I'm sorry, guys.
You had RVD get hit in the head with the chair and fly off.
It's after 11.
Jump off the top rope and go through the barbed wire bed. You had Abyss go through the table with the Rolling Thunder. There was only a couple of key moments. You know, like I said, this was another filler match that could have, you know, they didn't have enough time to build it up. There was no intensity behind it. I think
there was a lot of build-up, and the booking was good. It was that the performers, the wrestlers, did not go out there and put on the best show that they could. That's it. That's all I have to say about it.
And, you know, and then we go into what it was supposed to be a 6-on-6 match. You had Kevin Nash, Sting, and Pope D'Angelo De Niro go against Jeff Jarrett and Samoa Joe, and it was supposed to be Hulk Hogan, but Hulk Hogan had the back surgery, which we'll come to that whole Hulk Hogan thing a little bit later on in this review. And we had, I want to say, somewhat of a good match. Joe, like always, doing what he does best. And, you know, and then it kind of looked like at one point it was just like Kevin Nash kind of like was gassed and he was trying to put over Joe and didn't really put Joe over very well. Then Jeff Jarrett turned on Joe.
Well, there's a lot of speculation that tonight was actually Kevin Nash's last night in TNA. For those of you out there that did not know that, Kevin Nash is very upset with TNA management right now.
Well, way to stick it to TNA by not going out there and delivering on their big pay-per-view.
And he wasn't the first performer of the night, and I don't think he would be the last. So we had a pretty good contest, like Joe said. About 3/4 of the way through the contest, Jeff Jarrett just jumps off the apron and walks away. No explanation. Not until later in this review.
Then we went into Lethal Lockdown, which was probably match of the night.
Match of the night, if not match of the year for pay-per-view matches.
You know, we had EV 2.0 versus Fortune. I wanted Fortune to win. I believe EV 2.0 picked up the victory, if I recall.
They picked up the victory, and they picked up a smart victory. They fought very hard. They had Kendrick hiding on top of the cage under a blanket when Kazarian and Stevie got up there. You know, we had him come out from underneath the blanket, ambush him, added the one extra guy they needed to push this contest over for EV2.
We also had, in the match, we had Raven and Matt Morgan trade blow for blow with the trash can lid and Singapore cane.
There must have been 6-7 blows for each of them. It was an insane, bloody, good contest.
It was an amazing match. You know, it was definitely top with the rest of the Lethal Lockdowns TNAs have had in the past.
EV 2.0 and Fortune proved that they can go out there and have a good, hardcore match and still deliver. Every single member of EV 2.0, my hat off to you. You guys did fantastic out there. And back to Thursday night, my hat off to Mick Foley and Ric Flair. That was a brutal, awesome contest. Ric Flair, 61 years old, still goes out there. He's my wrestling god, and a lot of other people's. Fantastic contest.